Hello traders, welcome to the Upper Hand Trader channel. David speaking. Today I want to go through stocks again. Not much has happened since our last conversation in terms of entries. The market hasn't changed much. Stocks have somewhat stayed similar to how they were. There was a little bit of up move, sideways move. Let's take a look at it. We started the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq right now, as we can see, it's approaching, bouncing off the 200 daily EMA, so that's a good, usually a good resistance and support zone, in this case resistance. As you can see, the monthly stochastics oversold below 20, weekly has moved up, but it's spreading because as we see, we had a strong momentum candle and then hasn't really gained new momentum, so the lines are spreading. We have a daily that is overbought and likely to close down. You can see it generating a candle with a large wick, and it's a potential good short position cooking up. I would wait for the daily to close down. There are two options here, and this entry in terms of daily would take 1 or 2 days still, but first option is to wait for the daily to close below the 80 level like it did here, see, and then you take the short. The other option, there you go. So the other option is the weekly has now gone further up, is to wait for the daily to cross the weekly down, the green line here, but that is probably going to take more time. So good entry short with the cross of the 80 here by the daily if it keeps some good momentum, and then probably can aim for new lows here. The monthly is all the way down. It's likely that weekly and daily are going to have to come down somewhat for that monthly to start moving up. The markets have been sort of trending up lately, but we're in a bear cycle. It doesn't change anything. I expect to see new lows in this market, or at least a test of the lows before bulls take over. So yeah, that's where I stand here. In terms of the Dow has made a big recovery than most. As you can see, I didn't give us a trade there. Last time we spoke, I was talking about a potential cross of this daily crossing the weekly with momentum. That did not happen. So it kept pushing up. This level is still holding up. So as long as it's holding up, we're still looking for that short. Now the monthly starting to gain momentum up, so it becomes here sort of a tricky situation. I still expect weekly to come down before that monthly will continue its way up. This move needs a correction, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. We expect at least an ABC down. If not new lows, this is something we cannot predict. We have to wait for the move down to see what it's going to look like. But as it stands here, weekly is losing momentum as well. As this daily crosses down the weekly with the monthly where it is, it's a potential short, even though it has moved stronger than the other ones, and the monthly actually started turning up. We're still 15 days away from the candle this close, so a lot can change there. The last close is still all the way down there. In 15 days this market can come back to the bottoms here if it gains momentum. So this is something to keep in mind. So as this daily crosses the weekly and closes below 80, I would take a short here with stops above the 34,196. And the reason for that is because the risk reward here is massive. We have to the lows 4,000 points, and stop would be about less than 100. So this is a 4-to-1 trade. I would most definitely be interested in jumping in as soon as the daily closes down. Might not be today, tomorrow. If it closes below 80 with good momentum, I'm taking that short with stops above 34,200. In terms of S&P, it didn't recover as well as the Dow. The monthly is still all the way down there. Weekly spreading out. Fast lines have already reached. They're already above 80. Daily probably closing with a down momentum today. Again, similar take to the Nasdaq. And if we close that weekly there, I think in this instance here we can see that the weekly line has already closed above 50. So I would wait in this case here for the daily to cross that weekly and maybe gain some momentum there. And if it crosses it with momentum, it's likely you're going to see new lows here, or at least retest the lows. So be looking for something like this, and as it crosses this line here and closes below it, we'll take the short, which will probably happen at some point here in the chart, depending on how the candles gain momentum. And then we put stops above the highs, and we can target the lows there, right? Another thing I forgot to point out on the Dow is that if we look at the 1 hour, or this is the 4 hour, or 4 hour as well. On 4 hour, we can see there is some huge divergence there. You see indicator making lower highs, prices making higher highs. 1 hour, same thing. On 1 hour we had this high here. You see where the other one is. New highs indicator, lower highs. So and potential move is already starting there. I think overall, even though the weekly showing some, the monthly showing some momentum, I think the Dow is the best play here because of the risk reward, right? And we are still 15 days away from the end of the month, so that monthly will change a lot until then. Talked about S&P. FTSE, the monthly is still in the middle of the range, quite spreaded. The weekly getting close to the overbought zone. Daily is all the way up there. in terms of, let's see if we have any divergences here. There was one already here on the 4. You can see the 4-hour made lower highs and price made higher highs. So this could be potentially turning into a down movement as well. I think this weekly move up didn't do much on the monthly, so I expect it to turn. I would wait for the daily to close below that weekly with some momentum before taking a short there, similar to what happened here. As we can see, as the daily crossed below that weekly, we jumped in short, and there's plenty of points to be made there, and this could happen here tomorrow, probably tomorrow close. If you're aggressive, maybe I wouldn't take it today, because actually the close of the week is here. The current week buy is still running, so probably the close of tomorrow is a good point to entry, especially if we close below the 200, and we could be aiming to the lows there. DAX, final one for this video. DAX made the biggest recovery of all. As you can see, the weekly gained a lot of momentum, the monthly gained a lot of momentum. It broke price structure. I think it's going to correct some, but I would sit out on the DAX just because it has gained a lot more momentum than the others, and it broke price structure. If it was still holding below this structure here, like the Dow, I would recommend a trade. I think there'll be an ABC correction here, and we have good levels here as well, but we have other options, so there's no real need to take the DAX. If we want to take it, I would wait for the end of the week, see how the week closes. The daily is probably going to cross this down now, but the weekly still has a lot of momentum. Let's see divergences. I haven't checked the DAX, so yeah, there are divergences at play down the 4-hour. On the daily, no, but 4-hour divergences, it could be starting already an ABC, but would not be my favorite due to the very strong momentum it has gained. So yeah, I think this is also helped by there was a lot of concerns about gas in Europe. Obviously, a lot of that has been at least solved in the short term. There's lots of ships loaded with gas waiting in European ports to unload, so I think that has caused good recovery on the DAX here. Germany's industries and the markets actually are reacting positively to that. But let's see. That's our coverage for today for the stocks. If you like the channel, please subscribe, activate the notifications, and give us a thumbs up on the video. We hope to see you guys soon again. Thank you for watching.